So this is my official prediction for the Elimination Chamber. Now, this is going to be a pretty good event because it's in Perth, Australia. Unfortunately, I live in New England, so I cannot watch it cuz it's at 4:30 a.m. But it's still going to be a great show, I hope. And here's my official predictions. For the first match, which is the match for the tag team titles between Damian Priest and Finn Balor and Tyler Bates and Pete Dunne. Now, I'm happy they brought back Pete Dunne and all, but unfortunately, they're obviously not going to win it. The Judgment Day are going to lose it here because they need to lose it at WrestleMania. If I had to be completely honest, nobody's going to lose a title at this event. Rhea's not going to lose it to Nia because you can't really have anybody lose the event before WrestleMania. That would just be wrong. But yeah, I think Damian and Finn are going to retain here. I don't expect much out of this match. I mean, they had no reason to put Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates in, but I guess they just needed somebody to throw out there to put in the tag team match. I just hope it ends up with something cool and maybe they have an actual good opponent for WrestleMania. But yeah, my prediction here is that Damian and Finn win. For the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Now, in my eyes, this could go to a lot of people, except for Raquel Rodriguez. Sorry, but you just have no chance of winning it. Now, you see, Liv could be a good prediction, but I wouldn't say that. Naomi, she made a return, but you can't send her straight to WrestleMania like that to face Ripley. Also, Naomi versus Ripley just doesn't feel right. Now, Bianca she had a storyline with Ripley once, but I just don't know if they can make Bianca Belair be in another title match. All these other women have to be in different matches at WrestleMania because they all deserve it. It's just that they can't really face Ripley at WrestleMania. It just doesn't work. The only person who really works here, and the more you think about it, is Becky Lynch. Becky hasn't done too much with Rhea Ripley. In fact, I could actually see that coming out as a really good match. Also, Tiffany Stratton isn't going to win. I mean, it's Tiffany Stratton. But I do see Becky winning this out of all the outcomes when you really think about it. Now, I don't expect much from this match at all, but they could do some cool things here every now and then and wire it down to the last people. I think in the final two should definitely be Bianca and Becky. It just would make sense the most to me. They've had some issues with each other before, and in fact, they have one of the best storylines ever. And I think it would just come down to those two. And like I said, Bianca can't really win it. So I think Becky is the right option here. For the men's elimination chamber match. Now, let's be straight here. Logan's not facing Seth again. If they make Logan a double champion at WrestleMania, I will literally sue WWE. But the thing is, when you look at LA Knight, I don't think LA Knight for Seth Rollins. It's just not it. There's nothing there that can do it. Now, another pick that some people could use is Kevin Owens. But again, Kevin versus Seth doesn't feel right. And Kevin could definitely have face Logan at WrestleMania, which would be a great match. Now, I don't know if Kevin should win there, which he probably will. But I think it's going to go that direction, which only leaves a couple of options left. Then there's Bobby Lashley. Now, Bobby, he would be great in a chamber, but there's no way he's winning it. Out of all of them, he has the least chance. He could make it to like the final four, but he's just not winning. He doesn't have the potential to face Seth. They've already had a storyline before, and it just wouldn't make sense. Especially not at WrestleMania. Seth could have so many better storylines than that. Moving on to Randy Orton. Randy Orton could be a good option here. He came back at Survivor Series, and he could really do some good stuff. I think he should definitely make it to the final two, but coming down to it, he's just not winning it, which only leaves one: Drew McIntyre. Drew's been performing great on Raw recently, and he had some great storylines with Seth. And the more you think about it, Drew really deserves this push. He's such a great wrestler now that when you think about it a lot. I mean, I remember watching the 2010 Royal Rumble and remembering he was still in it. He's been here for a long time and he definitely deserves it. I don't know if he should beat Seth at WrestleMania, but I think it would just make a great storyline. Moving on to the Grayson Waller effect between Seth, Cody, and Grayson Waller. Now, I don't know what this is going to do. I know that Grayson Waller is going to get beat up by the end of this because that's what happens on every Grayson Waller effect. But I think that it should be normal. But I feel like, I don't know about you, but I do not think that Roman's going to come out. The Rock might have a chance of coming out because The Rock, like Cody said, he's going to hit The Rock back. Maybe he can do it here. But I'm not sure. Maybe it will just end. And I'm really enjoying the storyline between Seth and Cody here. They're both going to be in championship matches, and I think it could just end out really well. To the main event between Nia Jax and Rhea Ripley. Now, this is a no-brainer. Of course, Rhea Ripley is going to win it. Like I said earlier in the tag team match, they're not going to have anyone lose a championship at Elimination Chamber. But with all the storylines, I hope this match turns out to be great. I hope there's weapons and stuff because this storyline has been going really far. I mean, you saw that talk on Raw. This should be a great match, and it should be, if I had to be honest, one of the best matches of the show. And obviously, they're not going to have Rhea Ripley lose at her own hometown of Perth. And you might be thinking, well, Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber lost in Montreal. But that's because he was facing Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns wasn't going to lose it at Chamber. Again, with the same scenario, he's not going to lose it before WrestleMania after all those times. But I think Rhea Ripley just has the opportunity to take it here. And that is my official prediction for the Elimination Chamber. And we'll see what happens during the actual event.